I always figure that you're allowed to talk if I'm boring, so I'll just know. A little bit about my background. So it's I come from obviously from California. You can hear my accent, right? I come from Australia, and I've been living in California for 20 years. But I come from an atheist background, so all my family are atheists. I'm the only Christian in the immediate family, and also from that, my Christianity, my early, my church time was in a surfer church. So it was very natural. And then the whole thing about the song thing came about because this was in Australia. I never heard of Maranatha, or I never heard of any Christian performer. And so it was a natural thing for us. We just started writing songs for our own church, our own culture. And that's actually Hillsong, very similar. Our two churches were next to each other. And so there wasn't any thought that the rest of the world would be singing them. And I think actually that's actually where the best things usually come from, because you're not doing it for another reason, you're doing it for the person here. And so, but part of the journey for me too about songs was I didn't know any hymns. We never sang hymns, we made up stuff. But when I came to the States and I started working with other companies, I discovered a great thing in American culture, that people have memories. In Australia, we have memories, but we don't have Christian memories. It's not a Christian country at all. So anyway, I started working on a lot of hymns, and I rewriting them or finding new melodies, and this is one that I found. I kept it pretty close, but I usually mess it a little bit. But Jesus' blood never failed me yet. I said Jesus' blood never failed me yet. No worse sinner I could be, but just one drop still cleanses me. Jesus' blood never failed me yet. I said Jesus' words never failed me yet. I said Jesus' words never failed me yet. Though I walk in darkened days, His words shine a light over my ways. Jesus' words never fail me yet. No, Jesus never failed me yet. I said Jesus' love never failed me yet. I said Jesus' love never failed me yet. No matter how far I may roam, His good love will lead me home. Jesus' love never failed me yet. I said this Jesus walk never failed me yet. This Jesus walk never failed me yet. Though the world may laugh at the way I live, and all unto the Lord I give, but this Jesus walk never failed me yet. Jesus never failed me yet. He never turned his back on me, never ashamed of me. Jesus never failed me yet. I'm talking about my Savior, my best friend. Jesus never failed me yet. Thank you. And something that I learned in my travels was when I came here, I don't like the word blessed so much but I was blessed when I was provided a band to play with me. And I'm from Australia, didn't know anybody, and the singers that I met up with were all from Andre Crouch's band, if you know who Andre Crouch is. And I'm this white kid from Sydney, and these ladies they just knew how to do it, The reason I came to the States wasn't to be involved in Christian music. I had no desire to do that. That might sound strange, but I had no desire to sing to the choir all the time. I play in clubs mostly, and I sing this stuff in clubs. And but I learned, it was fun. That's how I have no voice, because I played in one down the road last night, believe it or not, like a mile away or something, with no help. And but there's something I learned. The first night I played in a club in LA, and how we got there was the owner of this club was dragged to church by his daughter, this estranged daughter, for Easter or something. Never been to church in his life. And I was filling in for the worship band with my band. And I've been praying, oh God, I want to play in that. It's the biggest club in LA. I want to play in that club. I drive past it all the time. I want to play, just like Samantha's one. I want to play in that club. I want to play in that club. But I don't know how to get there, right? So God just does strange things. Who would think that the owner of the club would come to the church the day that I was visiting? I'd only been there once. And when he was so touched in the worship, and he came up after and said, I have to have this in our club. And then, but I had a goofy kind of thing. I was thinking, well, this is worship. Do you want worship in your club? And he goes, I don't care what you call it on your club. Okay. So we book a date about 2 months down the track, and with my band, and it's, 8-piece band, lots of singers. And some things happened in there towards the end of the night where it just lit up, and it was just like being in church. And the singers, though, went somewhere, like they really went somewhere. And I'm looking across at them. I've only been living here about 6 months. And I had this conversation. I was playing, and watching them really, really go for it, because I had a heart to do that. But I hadn't quite learned how to do it. Because that's often we have the thing about in Christianity that we always second guess everything. Like, how do I tell? Like, oh, he won't be offended. And it's like, shut up, just do it. And so when I'm looking at them, I just started talking to God. How do they do this? And it says, oh, because they believe it. And I was like, well, I thought I believed it. And he says, yeah, you believe in the story. But actually, when you don't care what anyone thinks, when you tell the story, that's how you do it. Okay, so I've now been playing in clubs for 20 years doing that, and I enjoy it so much. And so what I learned to do, like these songs, I'll sing about all different things, but I'll kind of know when to do it. And so I'll do this song. This is like a prophetic song that I wrote about a year ago. And I'm playing next week in a big club in another city, and this is one of the songs we're doing. And it's like, anyway, you'll get it. I've been waiting a long time for this day to come, when the Spirit rain falls down on everyone. Some will have visions, while others have dreams. We'll bathe ourselves in the kingdom streams. Let it rain, Spirit rain fall on me. Let it rain, let it rain. Let the Spirit rain fall on me. I see a cloud in the distance. I hear a thunder roll. There's an ache in my spirit, thirst in my soul. I'm gonna shout it from the rooftops and tell everyone, prepare your hearts now. The Spirit comes, here it comes. Let it rain, let it rain. Let the Spirit rain fall on me. I said let it rain, let it rain. Let the Spirit rain fall on me. I see a cloud in the distance. I hear a thunder roll. There's an ache in my spirit, a thirst in my soul. I'm gonna shout it from the rooftops and tell everyone, prepare your hearts now. The Spirit comes, here it comes. Let it rain, let it rain. Let the Spirit rain fall on me. Let it rain, yeah, let it rain. Let the Spirit rain fall on me. Here it comes, let it rain. That Spirit rain change me. Now, because I came from an unchurched background, I was pretty uncouth, and I still am in many ways. So when American preachers would come to our church was growing pretty quickly. Lots of people, young guys, were getting saved. But American church culture to me was really foreign, because we just have Australians. We're very laid back. You know, we don't do too many amens and hallelujahs. We just go, yeah, that's good. Right, so when people would come, and then they do altar calls and they pray with people and lay hands and stuff, and I was always like, oh, I used to say, like, this is 25 years ago, hey God, could I just play guitar and do that, and like point my guitar instead of I just like as a little child. I was 28 years old or something and saying this, and I felt like, oh, that's probably the bad thing to ask for, right? But the funny thing is, my life, that's kind of where I've ended up. And so it's because it's the learning of what I learned. Probably the biggest thing is like a thing about identity is that I am, I'm a father, I'm a dad, I'm a neighbor, but I'm happiest when I'm doing this. And so and we all have things like that. There's things like if you like working with your hands or in the kitchen or whatever it is you like. My wife loves cooking. It's hard to lose weight in my house. She bakes bread. Come on, stop it, you know. But but you do what if you can do what you're happy doing. What I discovered is that God loves to play in the sandpit, So my little funny prayers, I started following up this kind of stuff, and now I write songs for a living. That's kind of mostly how I make money. But most of my performance things are geared towards seeing people get healed. Now they may not know it. I don't walk around with a big, there's no Partridge Family bus going down the street with healing ministry on the side. But everywhere we go, and all the guys in the band, every time we play, we go, that's why we're here tonight, in some fashion. It's just connecting with people. And so I write songs like this. This is just a worshipy sort of song, but I write it for me so I can get in that moment. And, I'm going to do this one. One moment here with you is all I need. One moment with you, Lord, is all I need. One moment in your arms, one moment at your feet, one moment in your throne room is all I need. One moment here with you is all I need. One moment with you, Lord, is all I need. One moment in your arms, one moment at your feet, one moment in your throne room is all I need, is all I need. One moment in your presence is like 1,000 years in paradise. The world just fades away as your spirit in me comes alive. That's the bit I like the most about that. When your spirit in me comes alive. Don't you want that? That's what I want. Sing that again. One moment in your presence is like 1,000 years in paradise. The world just fades away as your spirit in me comes alive. One moment here with you is all I need. Is all I need. Is all I need. Thank you. This is another thing, another hymn that I love. This is one of the songs I play in clubs. If I get to a place where I know I can go there after I've boogied and shivered and all that stuff. But this is a song, you know, this every American knows this, whether they believe it or not, but believe in the lyrics. But again, it's a thing. I had a moment in God. I was in Texas and staying at a friend's house, and I had this guitar like this. And the thing about the one moment with God, this is like, see, we all have rules. We have things that are precious to us, and it could be a religious thing or it could be a format. And one of the things I come up against all the time in songs is like, well, the song goes like that. And so I write songs. I don't care if you take my song and do it upside down. I don't care. It's when you sing it, it's your song. I just happen to write it. So I feel like fair game. I'm gonna do it around to other people's songs, but. Because what happened to me, I had a little moment, and I was just fiddling around, and I detuned the guitar in a strange way, and I started singing this song, but I sang it like I'd never sung it before. So the melody's a little different, and the chords are different, but I found myself having a story to tell, and that's why when I sing this in clubs, and often my band go, "You really want to do that song now?" Yeah, absolutely, because I love this, and it comes out, and people engage. So, decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. No turning back now. No turning back, no turning back. None go with me, I still follow. Though none go with me, I'll still follow. None go with me, I'll still follow you. No turning back, no turning back now. No turning back, no turning back. The world behind me now, the cross cross before me, the world behind me, the cross before me, the world behind me, the cross before me, yeah, no turning back, no turning back, no turning back now. One step forward, and then another, no turning back now, no, 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 no turning back, no turning back, no turning back. Thank you. Most of the songs I write, probably every song I write because something happens to me or I see something in someone's life. But usually I'm writing because I screwed up somewhere and now I have to write the song about it. And this is one where I really messed up because I was on, somebody messed up first, but I retaliated, And I have a tongue. I'm from Australia, so, we don't need guns or knives. We just say something and kill everybody. So I had this guy, and he booked this tour for us. And everything he promised us didn't happen. And so, everything is exaggerated, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so I get on the phone. And I sort of, was my 20th wedding anniversary or something. And this guy had convinced me, afterwards you're going to make so much money and you'll be able to take your wife. And anyway, we lost money and we're staying in Motel 5, or 4 or something. It was terrible. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, luxury, if only it was 5. So I called my wife, and she's very straight shooter. So I'm telling her all this stuff, and especially about he exaggerates, he lied, da-da-da. And she's dead silent. I feel like, I want support here, and I'm not getting any. And then she says one thing. She goes, yeah, but you exaggerate sometimes. Like, if I wish I had a gun then. But this is the song I wrote just straight away in the Motel 3 around the corner. When I was unlovable, love found me. It ran to me from afar when I was an enemy. Though my heart was black inside, it found no reason why it couldn't give me unconditional love, unconditional love, unconditional love. And even when I run away, love finds me. Though shame I am deserving, it's mercy I receive. And though I don't have the strength to go on, love gathers me up in its arms. Unconditional love, unconditional love, unconditional love. no shame I am deserving, it's mercy I receive. Though I don't have the strength to go on, love gathers me up in its arms. Unconditional love. Unconditional love. Unconditional love. I can't get enough of your love. Maybe I don't deserve any of your love, but you pour it down. You pour it down over and over. Pour it down over me. 'Cause you are unconditional. Unconditional. Unconditional love. Unconditional. Unconditional love. I sing this song probably more than any other song I've written. It's a universal truth, you know, but people obviously, I wish I had that love to give. Ideally, that's what our love should be, but I can never love unconditionally. I'm a guy, you know. I'm just a guy, you know. Like I try, but but he does, but God does, you know. And so when I sing this song, people always, things happen. They come up and ask, "What's that about?" I mean, that's a great song, but what's that about? We started a church. We've got a couple of churches that we helped start, one in LA and one in Europe, and we kind of a bit like this, a bit like Samantha's. We don't have regular meetings or gatherings. We just have lots of them, and we have different things, and it's really all aimed at helping people meet Jesus. So we do different things, and one of the things though is what happens is that people are attracted to. Like, there's so many stories about this song. One guy came to an LA show we played. And I knew of him, and I knew he was in the occult, really, very heavily in the occult. And he was standing just like, you know, the doorway away. And he just kept staring at me, you know, and it's like, you know, first things like, was he putting a curse on me? But actually what happened was he was having a God moment, and he came up afterwards and said, why is the word eternity in my mind when you sing that song? And one of the things that we do in our ministry, our teams, is that we have a rule that you can never talk about Jesus ever until someone asks. And the reason for that is I've learned in my life is that too often people want to share Jesus with someone that they haven't actually had a connection with yet. And I don't know what it's like you, but I don't buy things off people unless I've actually made a connection with them. And the people push me in a store, I go, oh, no thank you, and I go next door. But if someone makes a connection and you have something, like, or I'll go back to the same restaurant, even if it's not as good as that one, because the waiter or the chef or something happens, so you like going there. That's what human nature does. So we learned in evangelism, evangelism is so easy. If you don't try to sell something, you just become someone's friend. And we have this philosophy that if people can't see Jesus in us, we don't have the right to talk about him, because we're selling something we don't know. And that's like charlatanism, you know, like some of the televangelists that have a bad name. And not picking on anybody, but it's just, well, why I say that is not to stop you, but it's actually, you just love people. And what happens is you love them, and they say, what is this? What's going on? Who are you guys? And then, so anyway, we found that it was so easy to lead people to that place just by doing this. And so one of the things we do is we have a little band. We have one in LA, we have one in Europe. We do gatherings like this, in restaurants, in hotels, and we get invited to play everything because our music is, pretty good. But the thing is, we always start off in this mode, in the worshipy thing, to create some atmosphere. And we just learnt that people respond. And they feel like, oh yeah, I don't know what this is, but I want it, When looking for wisdom, I cried out to her night and day. I waited at the city gates, hoping she would pass my way. And then I found love. Yeah, I found love. Or should I say, love found me. Gave myself to religion, became a follower of the word. I tried so hard to live up to everything I heard. And then I found love. Yeah, I found love. Or should I say, love found me. Chased after freedom until I became its slave. I made everybody follow me just for freedom's sake. And then I found love. Yeah, I found love. Yeah. When love found me, I was running away, so ashamed, didn't think I was worthy. When love found me, I was digging a hole, trying to hide. When love found me, chased after justice, petitioned the highest courts. Now I can't remember my own lyrics. Can't you hate that? Chased after... Oh, I got it. Chased after justice, so I studied the law. I became a great advocate. I petitioned the highest courts. And then I found love. Oh, I found love. Oh, yeah, I found love. Or should I say, love found me. What's that? Oh, bravo. Is that an American phrase? I'm just kidding. So, yeah. I'm going to just tune my guitar. I'm going to do one more thing for a break because I need a honey and a tea. That's what I was meant to say, yeah. So this is a song I wrote for a lot of the people I meet in my travels who don't feel they could come to church. You know, like a lot of people in different lifestyles, gay people, lesbian, different people, and they just feel like they can't go. So we have them come to our events. They feel very comfortable in our environment because we don't make an issue of anything, because this is that moment where we're loving them. So we love people and all types. You know, and we actually have a lot of occult people come to our events because when we're jamming, they think it's like, well, are you Wicca? Well, kinda. You know, we're kinda Wicca, but not really. We're wicked. Anyway, so I just can hear their heart, you know, because we have these conversations. So I wrote a song about them and about what we do, which I think really is the heart of all of us. We actually all want to reach and love people, but we get into bad habits and we get arguing about things that don't matter. I've been knocking on that door. It goes unanswered like so many times before. I know they hear me, but they ignore me as if I don't exist in the world that they live in. But I keep knocking. Won't somebody let me in? I met Jesus walking down that road. We got to talking about this heavy load. He done told me the same old story. He'd been knocking, no one let the good man in. Don't feel so bad now, the company I'm in. On the road again. Just, all right. On the road again. I'll play that. So I got to thinking, this was not the place to be. Maybe there are others feeling just a bit like me. So we threw a party. I have to explain, because when I say party, people think I say potty, but I do mean party. But we say party. So when I say party, do you say party? No, party. Okay. So we threw a party, inviting Jesus, celebrating like we never done before. If you come a knocking, there's always room here for one more. If you come a knocking, there's always room here for one more. Ba-da-boom. Okay, short break. Do you have some jokes to tell or something? Or we do a fashion parade.
we thank Chris Falson? Wasn't that great?